Hey everyone, this is Parker from Opher Bone Media. Today I'm going to show you how I rig up a 3-hook setup for Brad's Superbait. The Superbait I'm going to show you today, it happens to be the Double Diablo, one of my favorite mid-afternoon sunny day superbaits to use. So let's just jump right in. Let's get started. So today I'm just using 40-pound test line. I'm going to use some 4/0 owners. And the first hook I'm going to do is just a simple niche knot. You can look this up on the internet. I can try to show you here as well, but your line goes through the hook. We're going to come back out and make a loop. The loop I want extends about that far past the hook. I'm going to take the tag end of that line, bend it back, and now I'm going to tie a simple I guess you would call it an egg leader. Maybe it's a snell knot. I don't know what it's called. But I'm going to wrap around twice. I'm going to take the end of my line. I'm going to go back through the hook. 40-pound test is a little hard to get through these small openings. Going to wrap around a couple more times, 2, 3, doesn't matter. Get this nice and wet. Don't want to burn the line. Ooh. And voila, there is a niche knot. The niche knot is basically a loop that you line. I'm going to cut off this tag end because we don't need it. Going to take another 4/0 hook and I'm going to place it. So if my top hook is down, I'm going to place the back hook up. Remember, we always start at the top of what we're running through and go around the hook. There is a right way and a wrong way to do this. So I'm just going to go over the hook. Okay, there is a simple niche knot. So alternating hooks. Pretty standard on all super baits, all thin spins, all spinners. Pretty much we're going to do this for just about everything we tie. Because this is a gold and green lure, I'm going to go ahead and use a piece of green tubing because I think it looks pretty cool. And I've got this little micro tubing from VIP Products. You should give them a take a look. They're great for spinner baits and all kinds of little things for buoy tent fisheries. Pardon me here, can't see with this light. Maybe I just can't see. Just remember, kids, as we get older, tying stuff gets harder and harder and harder to do. So if I was just tying a 2-rig setup, I would have my super bait. I would add a bead right there in the garage, and our hook's going to come down right about the edge of the super bait, and that's what I would do for a 2-hook setup. I'm going to add a 3rd hook right here in this garage. Missed a lot of fish in a couple rivers where they just weren't hooking up on the two hook setup, and switched over to 3rd hook setup, and the hook rate went through the roof. So there are times I'm going to guess where those fish are biting the middle of that super bait rather than the ends, and it's nice to have a hook there. I don't know if it matters which way the hook's going to go. I'm going to go ahead and just tie it like that. I'm going to go ahead and approximate. So if I have a large bead right about there, really I need my super bib, I need my hook about like that, just to give me a little bit of room to tie. And this is just a simple egg knot type tie, so don't need to do too many loops. So I'm just going to do 2 loops, pinch it off there. Going to take my line, my leader, go back through the hook, squeezed off. Remember, you always grab, if you can pull the leader and it moves, it's the wrong one. So if I pull this one and the tag end moves, it's the wrong one to pull. That doesn't move. I simply let go, and I'm going to tie a couple more loops, not too tight. Don't want to burn the leader. I'm going to get it wet so leaders don't burn. There is a 3-hook setup now. Now all I'm going to simply do is I'm going to add a bead to this. Again, I think this is I don't know how many millimeter, it's a VIP bead. We're gonna run that through. Here's my super bait. We're gonna go through the garage. I have both done drilling and non-drilling of my super baits. I don't think it makes a difference. Would love to hear your comments below. I've drilled them. They don't spin any better. This is drilled. It's still not spinning. Not too sure why the drilling matters. I've caught tons of fish where haven't drilled them. I don't think it makes a difference. But here we go. Here is a almost ready to go Double Diablo 3-hook super bait. And you can certainly get different colored little rubber bands for the ends, but I like to color code things because it looks better. And you know, it's guys' crafts day, right? So it's our opportunity to do with crafts. And here we go. There's a finished product. There is a 3-hook Double Diablo super bait. That fish grabs the back end, it's in trouble. That fish grabs the middle of that, that's in trouble. How long do I run my leaders? Very scientific. I run it about my arm's length. There we go. That's about all I need. And then lastly, I'm gonna tie on a bead chain with a duo snap. It's just how I tend to run them. You can certainly run any way you want to. Again, I don't know what this knot is called. This is the super ooper duper unbreakable knot, or so I've been told. Gonna run it twice through the lure. I'm gonna come up to the lure itself, and I'm gonna wrap around the actual main line. I'm now gonna go 5 or 6 times. 1, 2, 3. We can all count. That's good. 4, 5. Let's get a little harder. 6. Well, one more, but you can do it. Key to this knot, if you could see this, the tag end is coming out this way, or my main line is coming out through the loop this way. My tag end has to come out, has to follow the main line. So, and you'll know you do it right. Tighten that down. Both the tag end and the main line are coming out that top loop. Now I can simply bring in the excess line. I can pull up. The last thing we're gonna do is make sure that our double loop at the bottom is not crossed over. We don't wanna cross our lines on each other. You can simply just, as you pull it tight, you will see if you're gonna cross. This one is not gonna cross. Simply pull tight. That is the unbreakable uber duber knot, whatever it's called. Maui Slim Jim, I don't know. And that's it. That's the leader length. That's a 3-hook tied super bait. I guarantee nothing, but I hope it completely works for you, because it does work for me. As always, thanks for watching. Give me a like, maybe subscribe. Have a great day. And as always, tie it lines.